Welcome to Total Annihilation, your existential halftime where we take back the news. That's my new slogan. You like that? You like that?
I love it.
Thank you. You may have heard, I have a second guest. I have friends who are very generous, who are just like, yeah, I'll help you figure it out. Or I'll more specifically, I will come here in freezing rain. It's very cold and wet out there.
It is.
And gross.
It is, but you are such a fun hang.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I am walk through cold rain.
You
fun.
are a fun hang.
I'm very happy.
You're a fun hang that I was like, it doesn't matter whether we figure out or not. It'll be a fun time.
There you go.
With Nile.
We're just hanging out, and maybe it's a podcast.
Exactly.
That is fantastic. This is my guest, Nour Hadidi. Everybody.
Hello.
Hilarious comedian, writer.
Thank you.
I really like your Substack.
Oh, thank you.
That
That's
was
so
really
nice.
funny.
Thank you so much.
I didn't even know you had a Substack because Instagram sucks.
I started it recently.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember what. There was the thing where you were talking about why you weren't rich.
Yes.
Fuck, that was funny.
Thank you.
That was very funny.
Thank you. I have a finance degree that I paid a lot of money for.
Okay.
So I thought it was about time I started using it for good.
It was great.
Thank you.
That's a podcast I would listen to.
Oh, really?
You destroying the economics would be very fun. What's your Substack? We'll replug at the end.
It's called The Nour's Letter.
Okay. Oh,
I'm not going to apologize for the pun. A lot of people hate it, not me.
For those of you just listening to the audio, Nour is a 47-year-old dad. Doesn't sound like it.
I have dad energy. It's true. Even my friend was like, "Oh, you make so many dad jokes."
It's very fun. Yes. Okay. Here's the thing that I wanted to talk about because we were talking about before we started rolling, and then I was like, "Stop! Let's talk about this now." You said something just now. Oh, right. I was setting up the camera, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm making it up.
You're doing great, Niall.
You know what it is?
You're doing great,
figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. And you know what it is? It's like I was thinking about this because I was prepping this morning and nothing felt right.
Oh.
And I'm like, you know what this is? This is the like me knowing that, like, you know when you go to open mics and you're working stuff out and you know the general direction, but you know the bit isn't ready.
Yes.
This is this podcast.
Okay.
Where it's like I know eventually it'll get, but you got to go through the reps where you're kind of like half.
And most people don't even try. So the fact that you're trying is great.
Is so much positivity. Anyways, and so I was setting up the camera and I think I said something like, I don't know if this is right or something. And you were like, what did you say? It was like, it's perfect. Like it was very aggressive.
Great.
It was very
It's going to be amazing.
And this is, I'll tell them about how you kept me in this industry. So
Nile owes his career to me, I guess.
Like very much. Last year, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time to like diversify into something non-industry. And I bumped into you at Comedy Bar, and I was telling you, and I thought I was very clever.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why would you put all of your eggs in the
one basket.
Industry basket?
Yeah.
And it's like, if I had a finance degree, I'd feel much more comfortable because I can press a button and be like, in case of emergency, right? But I got a psych degree, which is, I think, qualifies as theft. I think technically, legally, that is fraud. Like the Ottawa University committed fraud, and I think they know it. Anyways, so I was talking to you, and I was like, I think I'm gonna quit or whatever.
Yeah, I remember you said you were gonna go to notary school.
Yes, I wanted to become a notary public because I was like, that's a nice, safe thing that AI can't get to. And you aggressively were like, no, you can't. And I was thinking about it earlier this week too. I was like, what was it about that? Because it was like aggressive coaching. Yeah. And the way you did it.
Well, Niall, it's like, you're so funny and talented that I don't want to live in a world where you are a notary. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like,
I very much appreciate that.
Yeah, I was just like, it didn't compute in my mind. I was like, what are you talking about? No, absolutely not. You are not allowed to even spend, you got to spend money to become a notary. It's not like you could even.
Oh, for sure.
No.
But it wasn't just that. Your energy is a little less than it was then.
Well, I was shocked back then.
You were shocked back then. And I remember I thought about it. There was almost, it was stunning because it felt the way it was so intense. It felt like there's an implication of violence. If I didn't agree, it was like, no, absolutely not. And I just kind of, I think you bullied me into staying in the industry, which is, there you go. If you're going to bully someone
into staying in the arts.
Follow their dreams.
Yes.
There you go. Well, that was lovely. So there you go.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
How did we meet? There's no way we remember that, right? Probably
I think it was
somewhere.
If I remember correctly, I may not, but you were at Absolute Comedy headlining, I believe, and I was doing a guest spot, and I remember you saying to me, if you can make a living doing anything else, you should do that. That was your encouraging advice for me in stand-up comedy.
So we're the opposite. We should start a coaching agency, and people call up, and we're like, okay, do you want to hold on to your dreams or no? And I'll take one case, you take the other. I know it's a terrible thing to say. Okay, here's why. Here's my reasoning. Okay. Because it's not like the people who are in this and who stick it out, those are the people like you can't do anything else. You cannot do anything else, right? But I feel there are some people who will try for a bit and then they're like, oh, this is too much.
Yes.
And then they fold. I just want to speed that up for those people.
Right.
Right? Because this is a lot. This is a lot of like uncool things happening. There's a lot of cool things that happen.
Yeah, but you gotta crawl on your legs and hands to just get good, and to stay good, it's like a constant grind.
And so many things completely unrelated to whether or not you are good affect how things turn out.
Yes.
And I'm like,
and you can't control any of them.
You can't control anything. All you can control is your effort.
Yes.
That's it. And luck plays such a big factor into it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I'm one of the people who are like in it for the long haul. Like I had already moved from Montreal to Toronto. Right. I had already quit my day job for comedy.
And probably a nice day job, I'm guessing.
Oh my God. I'm not even going to tell you how much I was making.
Come on. Okay, give us an area.
Okay.
Is this going to be, am I going to walk out?
And this is
on my own podcast?
No. But you have to remember, this is 2017 figures.
Sure, yeah.
So
tweak like.
So you got to add
10%.
What do you mean 10%? You think
I don't know. You're the finance
only been 10% since 2017?
I have a psych degree. We've been through this.
That's true. Wow.
I can tell you emotionally what inflation has happened since 2017. Emotionally, I would say about 500%.
That's so funny. No, I would say like at least 30% I would add to it, at least.
Okay.
Because if you think of the price of groceries and rent.
I don't know how to do that. You just tell me the figure with 30% added on.
Oh my, well, over 6 figures. Yeah. Yeah.
You were doing low, mid 6 figures or mid?
Low.
No, you know what? That doesn't matter. It's still 6
low,
figures.
But yeah. And I had moved into consulting from banking. Had I gone back to banking, if I had stayed in banking, I'd probably be making $500,000 every year. I'm not kidding. Because there's so much money in it. And if you dedicate
That's insane.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you dedicate
all your time into your career, it like pays off very handsomely in finance. Yeah.
So it's like stand-up comedy, only you get a payout.
Yes.
Like you have to spend all of your time.
Yes, they're both intense.
It consumes you.
I think that's what I liked about both of them. I mean, what I loved about comedy is that it felt like my soul mattered. You know, like what I thought, who I was. Whereas at the bank, it's like, yes, I was hardworking and I would show up, but like a lot of people could do what I was doing.
Right.
You know, it didn't matter. Like my analysis of a company isn't going to differ that much from someone else's.
Okay, so now that's interesting because, so you're right about that, 100% agree that it's like you.
Yes.
Right? So when it goes well, it feels great. But when it goes poorly, it feels awful. Now the flip side of that for banking and finance, when it goes poorly, it's not you. So are you like, okay, whenever that happened?
Well, it can't go poorly, really, to be honest with you. Like, there's a lot of systems in check. Yeah, I mean, the bank has perfected their process. So let's say I have a wrong analysis. Like, my senior has to look over it. And then I have to present it at a committee, and then the committee has to all agree, and then it goes up to higher. Yeah. And then the chief risk officer has to sign off on it. So like, yeah.
So it's more along the lines of like you're a writer in a room and then the showrunner goes through it and makes any adjustments.
Yes, but it's a solo writer. It's less group based writer in a room.
So it's
I love how you apply. You're the first person who's ever applied like arts to the banking.
So it's like you're a writer in the room in 2026 when there are no writers' rooms.
There we go.
It's just like you on your own.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is a lot of like basically, I think I kind of lucked out with working in consulting, not because it was a good job, because I hated it so much. I was crying all the time. I was like, I'm going to quit. But it pushed me so much more into stand-up. Like, I think had I gotten a job that I liked that was intense,
you'd still be there.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be a comedian. I'd be in New York working on Wall Street right now.
And feeling weird.
I came in second place to a job at JP Morgan, corporate and investment banking here in Toronto. So it was between me and another girl, and they hired the other girl. But had they hired me, I bet you anything, I would be on Wall Street right now. I'd be one of the 1%. Look at me, I'm anti-capitalist now. Like,
they almost got you.
They did. Do you know what they do?
Did they make you? Is it like how the Catholic Church makes atheists? Or were you already kind of in that neighborhood?
No, I think, you know what it was? When I was at the bank, I thought I was better than other people. I was like, you think you're better than people who are working class, but you've never actually had a different experience. So when I quit when I quit my day job to do comedy full time, I picked up jobs like to supplement my income. And one of them was working at a museum. And it was like, I'm very privileged. I know this. It was the first time I had worked on my feet. And I was like, oh my God, I was such an asshole. Yeah, because it's like, it's
you
physical
were a classist?
Work. I was.
Holy shit.
I was. Because I'll be honest with you, when you go to schools like McGill and like these fancy schools, and then you work in consulting, or banking, you think you're better than other people. And it's like, it is. I'm sorry. Like,
no. I'm not saying that as a judgment. It's more along the lines of.
But they indoctrinate you, and they're like, you're good, and we're going to give you this, and you have these benefits, and it's like part of your identity. That's why they get people, like they go and they get people from when they're young at business school, because it's like a lot of us, like when we grow up, like kind of coming back to the idea of your podcast, we grow up in a world that teaches us that to focus on individualism and things, materialism. And so if my job title was such a huge part of my identity, because when someone would ask me, what do you do? And I'd say I'm in consulting. Okay, so now this person knows I'm smart. This person knows I'm hardworking. It's like a way for me to identify. It was like a way for me to feel good about myself, and to like show off to other people.
And when was this? Like, what was the timeline?
This was 20.
No, sorry, in terms of age. Like, how old were you?
Mid-20s.
And so by mid-20s, it started feeling wrong, and you left.
Yeah. I would say I quit in 2017, and I would be like 27, 28 years old at that point.
Wow. So here's why I find this very surprising. Just because, there's some people, and I don't know, maybe I'm being classist now, or elitist or whatever, but there's some people you look like game recognized game.
Right.
And like all the comics.
Yeah.
Or most of the comics.
Yeah.
Except for maybe a few corporate comics. But most of the comics, you look at them and it feels really not blue collar, but no, you don't think anyone would ever be in that mindset, could ever be in that mindset, just because there's like a weird way there's a weird wiring thing where we just look at it and we're like, yeah, come on, bullshit.
Well, I think I've always been like that, but I didn't have the chance.
Right.
Because I'm an immigrant and I went to McGill, had I not had a day job, I would have moved back to Jordan. So a way for me to stay in Canada was to have a day job, And when you're young and you don't know who you are, and like our parents' generation is very much, at least mine, they were in survival mode and they were kids who had kids. So it's not like I grew up with a healthy sense of self or self-image. And so when I found finance, it was like, oh, I have self-worth, I have value.
Okay.
And I was forced to stay in it because I had no other choice. Because then I loved comedy always since I was young. Like I discovered stand-up in undergrad in my dorm room, watching YouTube clips. That's how I discovered the art form. But I never thought in a million years, like this could be my job. This could be that I could even do this to begin with, let alone make this my income and my job.
Right. Okay. So I think I get it.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
You let me know if this sounds wrong.
Okay.
But it feels like it's like one of those things where, like all of us, or a lot of us in comedy anyways, you're walking around and you don't have like a strong sense of self.
Yes.
And then you got like the status, the McGill status, and then the high paying job. And that was like sense of self splendor.
Yes.
Where it was like, oh yeah, this works, but then that only lasts for a few years before you're like, it's not though. It's not real. Like it's not like nutritious.
What stand-up offered me was so much more compared to it. Yes.
Right.
It felt like I mattered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a real thing that
Yeah.
you could see the effects of immediately.
Yes. And even then in stand-up, I also went on a journey where stand-up helped me figure out who I was. Initially, it was, I'm saying things and I hope that these people like me. Like, please, for the love of God, like me, like me, like me. It doesn't matter what I say. I just want you to like me. But then like 14 years in, that's like for the first 5 or 6 years, right? And then it's like, no, it doesn't matter. What am I saying here? You're investing so much of your time and your energy into this that it stops being about people liking you, and it starts being about like, okay, I matter as a person, like regardless of whether I do well on stage or not. This is my job, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. I hope you like me, but if you don't, that's okay because I like myself.
See, now I agree with you on this. I sometimes say this, and like some comics clearly don't agree. But I'll be like, yeah, I mean, I feel like no one goes into stand-up comedy, I've never seen a healthy comic that is good.
No one's healthy.
No one's healthy. And it's like, and I'm not saying it's impossible to not get healthy. Like, I think, okay, I'll try to remember the psychotherapy thing. But, but like, it's one of those things where you look at it and you're like, okay, you're going up on stage and you are getting reinforcement from a group of strangers every 30 seconds.
Yes.
That's not weird, because it's the number one fear on the planet is public speaking.
Yes.
And then you'll bomb, and then you go back, and that's not weird to you. Oh no, I just love stand-up comedy, buddy. Yeah, come on. But yeah, I got to where you're at a lot later. Oh. But I also think this is answering a question you didn't ask.
No, please.
But like, how a lot of people will be like, oh, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to go to therapy because then like you lose the art form, and you're not going to be as good.
You're not as traumatized, so your drive isn't as.
And that's such bullshit. It's such bullshit. I find, because I did like 16 years of therapy, and then I found that the difference was you get to that point where you're like, okay, no, what do I want to say?
And your comedy's 1,000 times better.
1,000 times better, because you're doing it for the right reason.
Yes.
You're not doing it to like, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
You're doing it because it's like, all right, here's what I think is funny.
And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be as driven, but that's good. I don't want to take every gig, even if it pays me $50 because I need to get on stage. Like, you start to have healthier boundaries, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God, that drives me so crazy. Like those, I don't know if this happens in your generation of comics, but like the older generations of comics, like, you gotta do moose jaw. You can't kill a moose jaw. You're not a good comic. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Yeah. If you can kill everywhere, then what does that mean?
You're a hack.
What does that mean?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, you don't have to kill everywhere. I'm fine with certain groups of people not liking my comedy.
Yeah.
That actually means I'm good. It actually means I have a point of
Yes.
view and a perspective.
Yeah. Which, by the way, there are some comics who can kill everywhere, and I respect that. Like Big Bang Theory. I don't like Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
think it's super funny,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of people enjoy it.
Yeah.
And if you go out and bring a lot of joy to people, that without hurting others,
yes,
vaya con Dios.
1000%.
Right? But let's not pretend that if I can't do that,
yes,
I suck.
I
That's
love
insane.
I'm a Veep comic. You know what I mean? I'm a Veep Arrested
niche
Development
of
comic.
niche. Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And that's something I had to come to terms with. Like, I'm not going to be Sebastian Maniscalco. I'm not going to get all those. I am who I am. And if I can bring joy to other people who think like me and find what I find funny, then that is 1,000 times more fulfilling than trying to be someone I'm not, only to appeal to more people.
Yes. And that's the other thing. That's it's weird how some people will have they'll come into this industry and they will take on a sort of like corporate succeed at any cost mentality to the point where they're like doing all kinds of shit. And I'm always like, you could have just gone, like, you're here for the creative, man. If you're not here for the creative, you could just get a much better, easier, higher paying job.
I agree.
It always stuns me, people who are like that.
It makes me sad because we're supposed to be artists, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted
you.
Yeah,
no. Yeah, and again, now there's a difference between, like, there's some comics who are like Godfrey. I saw him on a YouTube video the other day. Godfrey, that's his vibe.
Yes.
He's not forcing that at all.
Yes.
That is exactly the kind of comedy he does, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. But there are some people where you can see the wheels working in their head. They're like they're never chill.
Yeah.
They're always like, it's always this vibe of like, and you're just like, buddy.
Networking. What's the next thing? Who can I meet? Who can help my career?
What's the funniest thing I can say? Or is like, and you're just like, just relax and say what you think is funny and fingers crossed.
Yes.
But yeah, those people, very baffling. Very baffling.
Yeah, I do feel bad for them, you know?
That's really, that's gotta be rough. That's gotta suck.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're on stage all the time.
Yes.
You're never at
off.
peace.
And you want people to like you so bad, you're scared to be vulnerable and to be yourself on stage.
Yeah. Which has gotta, there's gotta, like, look at me, like, evaluating people psychologically that I don't know, but that's gotta be rough when you're off stage. Cause you're like, I'm part of you has to know I'm lying all the time.
And you know what? Until they're ready to face themselves in the mirror, like, that's a journey that they're on, and nothing you and I or anyone else can say will change. Like, people have to be ready to change, and like, the best we can do is try to have compassion for them. Yeah. And
the other side of that, though, is I've noticed this, and I'm starting to put up like a hard boundary where it's like, okay, you don't have to be in therapy. That's fine. But if you are not in therapy, and if your whole thing is I don't need therapy, then I expect you to be someone who doesn't need therapy.
Right.
I do not want you outsourcing your nonsense onto me, which is what a lot of these people do. And I'm done with it now.
I get it. You've been in this industry longer than I have.
It's broken me a bit. I now understand, now that I am an old man, I understand how you become an angry old man.
But I think projects like this, where you get to express yourself, are really helpful. No, really.
Maybe. No,
they are.
Yes. Now let's interrupt this podcast with another podcast.
Okay.
I feel weird because like we're having a good vibe going, but now I'm like, do I do this?
Do whatever you want. There's no right or wrong thing.
I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna listen back, and then maybe the next episode will just be like what we were doing.
Okay.
Because I'm like, this might be shoehorning.
Yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's okay.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
With 1 being none, 0.
Okay.
And 10 being pure faith that we will pull through as a species.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, now I'm glad I did this. How much hope do you have for humanity?
That is an excellent question, Niall. That is an excellent question. I love it so much. I'm actually going to go between 5 and 10.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Wow.
I'll tell you why. Because as a species, we've actually overcome a lot. Like, if you compare us, I know we're in a really dark and horrible time right now. It's just one horror after the other. But if you compare this to 100 years ago or 500 years ago, more people's suffering is considered real today than it was back then. We've also...
I mean, 20 years ago.
That's true.
25 years ago, being gay was still a punchline.
That's true. It still is now in Austin, Texas, and like other comedy hubs around North America.
Sorry, finish
No,
your thought.
please. I love the riff. You see, you're a good hang. You're a fun hang. More people. So if you think about what we've overcome, like we've overcome so much. We've overcome slavery. Like that is the profit and exploitation out of owning human beings. It is one of the darkest periods of our history as a species, and we overcame that. And I think every single one of us has an innate strength and power and resilience in us. We just aren't told about it. Where the stories we ingest from when we're young, what we're allowed to consume, we're not told about that. We're not told about how we overcame the divine right of kings, right? We're not told how we overcame feudalism. We're not told about like the Paris communes and how workers overthrew capitalism. And like, there's so many moments in history where we prevailed, but they're squashed and we're not told about them. And so I think our species innately is, we'll get our rights back. We will get our rights back through and overcome white supremacy and capitalism, and racism. Like those are the three forces that are strangling us right now. And we see that through climate change and what's happening in Gaza and Sudan and the possibility of nuclear war. And the nuclear war, I guess, is the thing that scares me the most, is why I would, bring it between like down at the 5, especially now with Trump and Putin and all these like crazy men with huge egos. I'm hopeful for humanity, believe it or not. I'm hopeful for humanity, and I would say I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, now this is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think I might have to rethink this podcast.
Why?
Okay, so the idea is I was thinking, I'll bring people on and ask them that question, and then the idea is like we chat for a bit, and then I hope I like try to see if I can improve that number, right?
Oh, okay.
But I find that like Paul was at an 8.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, I just find it interesting.
The extra half is because he's white, he's more hopeful. It's, you got to factor in a white.
He's still bang on.
White and a man, it's doing a lot of. I'm Muslim, Islamophobia at an all-time high right now. See, now I'm wondering if I should have gone down to a 6.5. If he's at an 8, what's making me at a 7.5?
No, you can't take it back. That was your response. Well, my point is, do you want more water?
I'm okay, thank you.
All right. My point is, I mean, this is a very small sample size. It's 2 people.
Yes.
But 2 people who are not that far off from me, because I'm way higher. In terms of like humanity as a species, I'm like probably at a 9.
Okay.
The thing, and I find this gets mixed into there, is that I'm at a 9, but what's really heartbreaking and I don't know if aggravating, frustrating is the word, is that I know a lot of senseless shit is going to happen before we get there.
Yes.
A lot of senseless, preventable shit. And that's the frustrating thing.
A lot of people are going to die.
For no good reason.
And a lot of people, yes.
That don't have to.
Yes. But you know, decolonization is a bloody business. A million Algerian people died trying to decolonize themselves from France. Like, if we think it's going to be all fine and dandy, like, it's kind of like we're forgetting how violent colonialism is. And even like new forms of colonialism, like the children in Congo, right? Like workers in China. Like it's all just so horrible. And I think like capitalism is truly modern slavery. People will go to do jobs they do not want to do.
Right.
Because if they don't, then they will die.
Right. It's interesting. I don't mind capitalism. I mind super capitalism, which is what we have now.
I
don't think this is capitalism.
I'll tell you, okay, what do you think tell me more.
Capitalism, from what I understand, is, you're a baker, I'm a baker. I bake a cake to sell it, you bake a cake to sell it. People prefer my cake, so I make more money, and then you either have to adjust your cake or you find a different business, right? That, I think, is capitalism. What we have now is, I'm a baker, you're a baker. Same thing, only now I use my money to make it illegal for you to bake a cake, and I bribe some government official so now the cake is one of the major food groups. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take the money and start influencing it so that it just gets worse and worse and worse. That's what I feel like.
I think what's missing for me in that logic is the presence of corporations, because I worked at a bank. So if you own your bakery and someone else owns their bakery and you're competing, that's healthy. But if you, under corporations, you can't get a job at a bakery, or the job at the bakery isn't paying you enough, so you have to get a different job. And in that, corporations are so horrible. They privatize profit. Basically what they do is, under corporations, you no longer become a person. You're dehumanized. You become a resource.
They pay you legally the least they can pay you.
Yes. And the structure of it works in that you are being exploited, right? Like the surplus that your work is providing is being sent to the top, and all we're doing is we're maximizing shareholder value. That's all anyone at any corporation is doing.
Yeah. And
anyone who invests money already has extra. Like, they're not investing to feed their family. This is like surplus that they have. And so what we're seeing is having that system having existed for decades is rich people just keep getting richer. We're all going about our jobs. We're getting paid less. What we're getting paid is not allowing us to lead regular lives. You can barely afford anything. But I do think that is the natural progression of capitalism.
Okay.
I do. And
you're the finance person.
Right.
Again.
Yeah.
Psych.
Yeah.
That's the insight of someone with a psych degree. So I am not going to disagree.
I just wish we lived in a world where education and housing and healthcare were free, regardless of who you are, where you're born, anything about you. And when you pursued what you studied, you did it because you had a calling and a genuine love for it. And because I think we all have callings in life, like something that we're drawn to. And it's like, I feel like that's when we will lead with, and that's when people feel seen and they feel valued.
Yeah, right.
And right. And it's like,
and 100%, it's very frustrating in that there is, like, you look at a lot of the stuff, like what you're talking about, the capitalism and all of some other senseless, like, violence and stuff. And you look at that, aside from just like the human, like the sadness that comes with the inhumanity of it.
Yes.
There's also, like, how many scientists have we lost?
Yes.
How many cures have we lost?
Yes.
Because of this?
Because people go into law,
yeah,
or finance because they can become multimillionaires through that, right?
Right. Or and also, I would also say, Some people don't have a calling, and I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I have a friend
and
who...
they can become improvisers. The world needs more improv troops, don't you think? Can I get a suggestion for an occupation I am not talented enough to do? May I?
Can I get a suggestion for a job I'm not talented? That is so mean.
I know I can be so mean. It's what I love about my healing journey. It's I can be myself. I don't have to have people like me. It's beautiful. It's so freeing.
Oh my God. I don't even know what to do with that, because I am pretty sure I have friends who are improvisers, but then on the other hand, there is a part of me that's like, the theater kid energy is too much.
It is.
It's too much.
They're so happy all the time.
Are they? Are they?
I think they are when they're at Comedy Bar, when we share a space and they come into the green room. Hey guys, how's it going? How did your show go? How was the 8? I'm on the 9:30. Yeah, this is my troupe. We're starting it for the first time. There's 6 of us.
And
it's a lot.
Like
it's
that's
a
the
lot.
kind of happiness that comes from upper middle class.
Yes. Yes.
That was the thing about then, and improvisers, you can come at me if you want. But I remember when I was hanging out with the improv, because I did some improv like in the early 2000s.
You did?
I did. I was mixing it up. I could have done. I almost finished the Second City Conservatory program, but it was a weird moment.
You were
where
the token black guy?
I kind of felt like I was, because they stopped using me, and I was like, well, then what the fuck? But it did really feel like I would hang out with the improvisers, and there was this vibe, and I was like, what is this? What is this? And then it kind of, and they had a solid, healthy contempt for stand-ups. And then you hang out with stand-ups, and you're like, okay, this feels way more middle class, upper middle class.
Yes.
And this feels very blue collar.
Yes. We're the working class of the comedy world.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, but some of them were nice.
I will say,
some of them were nice.
I was having a conversation with Graham Kate.
Not all improv.
Not all improvisers, yeah. But always improvisers. And he was saying how he got a liberal arts degree, which gives you critical thinking skills. And he was like, that's what the middle class exists. I, as an immigrant, could have never gotten a liberal arts degree. What would my parents even say? What can I do with a history degree, right? But we do need the middle class to be our thinkers, right? And to stop fascism. We need people who go to school to critically think and to take these classes, right? Of that require them to use their brains and come up with theories and back them up. I think.
So we need improvisers.
No, that's not what I said.
I feel like that's what you said.
That's not what I said.
I feel like that's what I'm going to clip and post.
Oh, no. Comedian Nour Hadidi says the world needs more improvisers.
Stop capitalism.
At 2026. Wow. The cure is improv.
The cure is improv.
Wow.
Can I get a suggestion? All right. So I asked you,
yes,
as I did with Paul, I asked you what was your biggest fear for humanity?
Yes.
This is quite an eloquent answer.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that wasn't a very eloquent delivery, was it? So you said, my biggest fear is we continue down the path of dehumanizing each other through nationalism, racism, and identity. And once we see each other as humans, we can start to undo all the damage that's been done to us and the earth. Mm-hmm. Do you want to freestyle on that?
Oh, okay.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of the problems going on today lead from the dehumanization of the other. Like the child in Congo dying, we don't see them as a real person. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to buy our phones. Right? Or buy anything with a battery. And so once we remove, it's we have blinders on that were put on for us by the systems we live under to kind of get us to be good worker bees and make money. But I think if we were more connected to each other, and didn't didn't think of someone halfway across the world as just someone whose life will never affect, like, just as fiction and not real.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, if we could stop dehumanizing each other and love other people the way we love ourselves, then the world would be such a beautiful, different place.
Okay. Probably. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Like, the othering is I don't know what the numbers are, but I'm sure it does a lot of the damage.
Yeah. And like, one thing I think, because I grew up in the Middle East and I didn't live in a democracy and I do live in one now, one of the ways we dehumanize other people is we say, well, they don't even live in a democracy. Like, and it's like, well, it's not their choice. And believe it or not, like, I would 10 times out of 10, I would want to live in a democracy, but like, in other parts of the world, just because they don't have a democracy doesn't mean that we're better than them. Like, there's actually a lot of love and community in those places that we don't feel here, and we don't know any better because this is all we know.
Yeah, and I do feel like I try to calm down with the Americans and Trump and whatever, because I'm like, that could happen here, and there's not a fucking thing we could do to stop it. I'm
really scared about where Carney's leading us, because he's starting. Do you know about the new war bank?
I did not know about.
So no one knows about this. It's called the DSRB.
Okay.
Defense, Security, and Resilience Bank, and what it's going to do is basically. Sure, it's going to bring 3,500 jobs, great, but it's basically a bank to bankroll defensive wars for like European countries. It's horrible, yes.
For European countries?
Yeah, like all the European countries, yeah, basically.
So we're lending the money?
Yes. It's like backstopped by all these nations, basically.
Okay.
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. We don't need more military weapons.
Right.
We don't need more war. We don't need the militarization of our society.
We just need improvise.
We just...
Nour Hadidi just signed off on that.
Yeah. I guess.
So,
would I want to live in a world with more improvisers or war or guns? That's an excellent question. Let me think about it for a bit.
This is a great question. Magic Genie question. Yeah. All wars and weapons are gone, but they are replaced with improv and improvisers.
Wow.
And it's taught in schools. It's taught in schools the same way like nationalism is taught.
Wow.
You'd have to take it. You have to take that deal. No one's dying. No one's dying. It's just quality of life now.
They're dying on the inside. Does that count?
All right. So, following up on this, so you would say that the dehumanization is getting worse?
Yes.
Okay. And
yes.
And when did you first start feeling that, or do you think it's always been that way?
I think I saw it more clearly between 2023 and now, when what started as a war, the war, and just to see the language that the media uses for one group of people over the other, seeing the hypocrisy between reporting over Ukraine versus reporting over Gaza, by also like labeling someone a terrorist, that dehumanizes them, and what it does to anyone who, it's like a way of flipping the narrative. Yeah, it's just, that's, I guess, when I started seeing it. And it's like, who gets to decide who's a terrorist and who isn't? Like, Nelson Mandela was considered a terrorist for the longest time.
I still do.
Oh, wow. Wow, Niall.
That's... So
you were against the African National Congress.
Listen, I am just so tired of being poor. I'm doing the alt-right flip.
Okay.
I'm doing the heel turn. Yeah. I need the money. I don't believe it, but who does?
That's so funny.
Sorry, keep going.
So there was actually someone in India who created, through AI, a fake white girl who was MAGA. And she had a huge following and got all these MAGA men to give them money and funded their schooling through that.
Good for whoever that is. Keep doing that.
Well, they got caught, but
No, I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care. You can't all get caught.
Yeah. Should we start a fake MAGA girl?
Off camera, we will discuss this.
Yeah. You and I can start Brittany's.
I mean, we just take everything we've heard and put it in her mouth. And then just watch that bankroll in.
Also, like immigrants, like having been an immigrant, it's like the way we're dehumanized everywhere around the world. And it's like what you don't realize is that the way the system is set up, you extract resources and money from countries. And so when the people in those countries leave to lead better lives, you demonize them for it. Right? It's like if you don't want refugees, then stop bombing them.
Yes.
Right? It's like it's this logic that doesn't make sense.
I also think that not the sort of like hate or angst towards immigrants specifically. I think that's insecurity.
Tell me more.
Because the person who is, demeaning a new Canadian working at Tim Hortons, they're doing that because they know, deep down they know, just like those comics who are not saying anything, they know. If shit hit the fan and you had to like hustle and grind and apply to immigrate to another country so that you could survive and send money to your family, and then when you were there, you had to learn a new language, they know they couldn't do it. They know they don't have the horses for it. You're looking at someone who is just a stronger person than you are.
Wow, I never thought of it that way.
It's the only thing I think of. They may as well scream, "Stop intimidating me."
Wow.
Every time I hear it's like you feel here, so you have to bring them down here because you're looking at someone who
is more resilient,
started in their own end zone, and they got a job here that you're complaining you can't get jobs.
So why do they feel here? Is my question. Why do people feel like they're down here?
Okay, says the guy with a psych degree who knows nothing about anything.
No, please.
But, oh fuck. Oh, I'm gonna get kicked out of the country, but whatever. I feel like
you have a passport.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Being born here is life is easier. Life is easier. It just is. I know. Like I feel the same way about immigrants, by the way.
You hate
but
them. Nile again hates immigrants.
And Nour Hadidi loves improvs. That's our show. No, but I will look at someone who's an immigrant and I'll be like, I know. I'd be like, I don't think I can make it. I don't think I can make it. Like if things went really south here and I had to apply to immigrate somewhere, change my whole life, learn a new language. I've been on Duolingo since 2020. No habla. No hablo. No habla, no hablo. Like, Nour, I couldn't do it. So I know. Right? But I can at least admit it. I wasn't born. So like compared to people born here, I was born on, home plate where they were born. A lot of them were born second, third base. Wow. Compared to immigrants, I'm born on third base. Wow. And I know that. I'm not an idiot.
I love the sports analogy. You're catching so many bros with this. You're bringing them in.
This is all for the bros.
Fold.
All for the bros. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I don't, and I think that's where there's the othering, there's all of that. I feel the othering allows them, if there wasn't the othering, they would know enough to respect, and they wouldn't do that. They would just feel sad and insecure inside.
But why do they feel sad and insecure inside? This is what I want to know. Why do so many people feel so sad and insecure that they have to bring other people down?
Because, there's a million reasons to feel sad and insecure, right?
But that's the thing, we don't have to. Like, if people were taught to love themselves, if we weren't living in such an individualistic society.
But that's where it comes from, right? Like, like even I'm like, there's different parts, right? And so I'm like, intellectually, I'm like, this is a hard industry. I've done well. But then there's another part of me that's like, this wasn't the plan. Right? This wasn't the plan. Like, this was supposed to be going a lot better. And so you do have that feeling. And this is for everybody, because like capitalism by its nature has very few winners.
Yes.
So you're carpet bombed all day with like, this is what a winner is. And then you look at that and you're like, I'm not that. So a part of you is like, I am not a winner. So if I'm not a winner, what am I?
I see.
I am a loser. So if I'm a loser, I feel bad. And there's a reminder every day. I go to my shitty apartment. I fucking work my ass off. And I'm not getting there. There must be something wrong with me. Why can't I do what he does?
Right.
I haven't read Nour's Substack, so I don't know how the finance works. But like, so then yeah, I walk around feeling shitty. So then I'll see someone.
So I guess our image of success in society is it's very small. It's very like specific. And it's like, maybe if we could all start to reprogram ourselves to redefine success in like being like the fact that you're able-bodied, the fact that
the downward comparison, which no one ever does.
Yes.
Right.
Like the fact that you have a roof over your head, the fact that you don't have to worry about where your next meal is coming from. Like that is all huge success. But we, like you said, I guess because we look at the 1% who have a yacht or have 3 shows in development.
It's shown to us.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm looking at it. It's just wherever I go, this is a winner.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is a winner.
I don't know what happened. Like through therapy and like bearing witness to a genocide, something has deeply shifted in me where I see other people on their own path and I'm on mine. And I'm no longer fulfilled by materialistic purchases. Like I can buy a nice pair of jeans. I can buy this. It's not going to make me happy. Like, it can, like, it'll be fun and nice, but what does it mean for me as a person in my life and where I'm going, And like, the way at least I try to do it, it's like, what you can write, I can never write. And what I can write, you can never write. So that's your success, is like, you, Nile, being yourself 100% and expressing that through your comedy, your art, your writing, like, that takes bravery.
Sure.
Like, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I understand that intellectually.
Yeah.
Right? But there is a part of me, because again, I grew up in this.
Yeah.
And then you're told all the time, overtly, covertly, this is a winner, this is not a winner. Right? Anybody, like if I don't know if you would do this, but most people, if you're talking to someone, they're like, oh, I'm a writer. And it's like, oh, would I have read anything? It's like, maybe not, because getting a book published is really fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's like, or if you say, oh, I self-publish. Oh.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right?
We need the external stamp of approval to tell us that we're successful.
Yeah.
We need someone else to sign off on us.
And not everybody. I feel like some people are just raised with that sort of like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
White people.
Well, of course.
No, because they make fun of immigrants. We can't. But, you know what? Yeah. We're not. Let's stop dunking on the poor white people.
But I've started giving myself my own stamp of approval. Like there was a taping here in Toronto at the comedy bar, and a lot of my friends did it, and it went great. It was for OnlyFans.
Right. I heard the money was crazy.
The money was great. And my friend was like, do you want me to submit you? Because they're looking for 2 more people. And I said no, because the owner, he passed away, but before he did, he was a huge supporter of the IDF. He was like the largest private donor. So I already took myself out of that. And do you know why? Because external stamps of approval mean less to me than my own moral compass, And it's like not the way that the world sees success, right? Like, the world is like, oh, your name is on that poster. You got that money. You're one of the 10 spots who. But if we can like decenter or not care so much about what other people think, they don't have to live with us, right? You live with yourself.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, it is that thing. And I think part of it is also for me is I have literally been poor my entire life.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just want a point where it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
Just so they take a breather. So I think there is that.
Yes. People don't talk about that enough. Growing up with money anxiety changes your DNA as a person.
Yeah. And then you flip into this hunter-gatherer career.
Yeah. And you're made to feel less than by society if you don't have money. Like there's something wrong with you and not with the system.
Yes.
It's really horrible. And that's a form of dehumanization as well.
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay. So would you say, do you think there's any evidence of human progress or goodness or goodness?
Yes.
Okay. And that's why it's not a zero.
Progress, yeah. Like, I think maybe I blew it when I gave you my spiel about the first question. I feel like maybe I blew all the answers to all your further questions.
No.
But yeah, I think when we see people go out and like demonstrate against ICE, right? And put their bodies on the lines for immigrants, when we see people like get on ships that are old and dingy and just to try and break the siege and get food to people who are being deliberately starved, like that, there is goodness in the world. I like to think that more people are good than not. And the ones who aren't are either like defeated under the systems they live in, like they're trying to provide for their families, or they feel so hopeless themselves. They're like, well, what can I do? I don't know what I can do.
Yeah.
And I think all we need to do is just remind people of how much power they have. You know, like I'm one person, you're one person, but the ripples of our actions can spread so far. Like the people who show up to ICE, like detainments and put their bodies, like you are saving people's lives, you know? Like we are so powerful, the things we can do. And it's really hard to stand up to these systems. It's really scary. We're taught from a young age, stay in line, you know, don't do anything wrong. The system will reward you for it. But that means like that requires us to believe that the system is good. And what we're seeing with fascism and like the rise of militarization and all of that is the system is not inherently good. The system is serving the 1%. And we've been sold a lie about the system. So hopefully more people will wake up and more people will find the strength in themselves to stand up for what's right, and to put their own careers and bodies on the line, because there's nothing different between you and like a Mexican immigrant in California, right? Who's just trying to get a better life for themselves.
Well, he probably feels better about himself.
Because he's not doing stand-up comedy.
Not doing stand-up comedy, clearly.
He's not bombing 5 nights a week.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta work hard, but at least I know who I am.
I know who I am, yeah. Does it have to email the Chuckle Hut to get a spot? Or the...
Who books that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So...
Sorry if my answers are deep and not funny, by the way.
No, that's the point.
Okay.
That's the yeah. I have to admit, I was a little nervous about asking you on.
Why?
Because all right, so the whole thing is I'm trying to sort of like point out the silver lining in the cloud.
Okay.
Right? And so I'm trying to hopefully get people, I don't want to be like, I'm not doing like the Pollyanna, everything's great, right? And it also feels weird being someone who is optimistic and who doesn't like focuses on good news, because it comes across as callous, which is not what I'm saying at all. But there's no like, if I see a horrible news story, I'll be like, that's terrible. But there's something else going on. There's almost like a meta conversation where you almost have to be like, that is awful. I'm the saddest. Like you have to like be loud
to other people that you feel something about it.
And it's not even like I at first I thought it was performative. I don't think it is. I think it's a form of connection, right? Where it's like like when you do this little ritual, you know who I am, and then I know who you are, and we're on the same page.
Yeah.
But if I just go, oh yeah, it's terrible, then it's like, well, that wasn't a lot. So what, you don't care, or are you othering, or you don't think it matters? But I'm always like, because I used to be a big news person, right? I used to be the big news, and I used to be like, be a pessimist. That's a smart move because all your surprises will be good ones. And then I was like, no, that's crazy. That's like substituting water for just straight gin. And you're like, I'll be fine. That's a dumb, you can't do that.
Yeah, you're not even adding soda. It's just gin.
No, you cannot. I don't hydrate. Water's poisonous. This is the dumbest thing. And so what I realized, because like for some people, and I get the feeling you might be one of these people, like I find there are some people, they will read the news or hear the news and follow the news, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, it's too bad the world is burning. And they'll sort of like, it's almost like a flippant kind of thing.
Yeah.
But for me, I would lose days because I'd be like, I can't. I don't want to say I never dehumanize. I'm sure I'm dehumanized. I'm living on stolen land. I'm not going anywhere. Like, so clearly I'm able to compartmentalize. But there were some times where I couldn't, where I would hear a bad news story about climate change or whatever. Yeah. And I'd be like, well, then what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
And so I try now, this whole podcast was born out of desperation because I was like, I need good news.
Yeah.
Then I started like snooping around. I found a lot of good news.
Wow.
So then I was like, I'm trying to get it out to people, not the flippant people. The flippant people don't need it. Yeah. A lot of people say, man, I really need good news. It's like, you don't. Or you go out and find it or whatever. But there are some people where like I was on LinkedIn and I saw a post by someone I know who like they tried to take their own life. And one of the reasons they cited was the state of the world and the news.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then this is like, and I said, take back the news. I realized that recently, right? Where it's like, why do I call it a good news podcast? It's a news podcast. We've been programmed to think that A, news is important.
Yes.
B, news has to be bad.
Yes.
So bad things are important, which by default means good things are not important.
Yes, that's so true.
Good news is not important.
That's
right?
so true.
And so I was like, okay, I want to do this podcast, but I know that you're like a real one, as the kids say, where it's like,
thank you.
You're not a like put a black square on your Instagram person.
You would never. I would never.
You're not
in a
that
million
person,
years,
right?
Yeah.
Like you've read the articles, you've done the research.
I try to.
And so that's the thing where I'm like, okay, I think I'm right in being optimistic. But then if I truly have a discussion with you and you're like, oh yeah, no, that's not actually a thing.
If you caught me maybe a year ago, I would have been that version of myself that you would have been scared to have on the pod.
Okay.
I think I like that person who you were referring to. I became very helpless and hopeless, and I could not compartmentalize the Gaza genocide. It took over my life. I could not leave the house without wearing this because it felt like a duty. Whereas now I give myself flexibility in my nervous system on days where I feel strong enough to wear it.
For the audio.
For the kufiya. Oh, sorry.
Is it, no. Okay, just for people listening,
yes.
Tell them
the kufiya. It's the kufiya.
Yes.
And what else? For stand-up, I would only write jokes and perform jokes about what was happening in Gaza. I felt guilty when I spoke about anything else.
Wow.
I would feel resentment towards audiences who showed up to laugh. I'd be like, why are you laughing? Don't you know what's happening? So I was being traumatized by the images and videos I was seeing. And that was the only way, like, we've never been through anything like this before. It was I was shocked, And then I got booked to do the JFL Ontario tour. And that gave me permission to do jokes that weren't about it because I was hired by someone.
Yes.
And so I think that's where I kind of started to let go a little bit. I didn't feel like the weight of it was all on my shoulders. And I realized, and that's when I started Comedians for Palestine. And we have monthly fundraisers. And so it felt like, okay, and I started my Substack. And so it didn't feel like, I had to shoehorn everything into my stand-up.
Right.
My activism could be dispersed through different outlets in my life. And so that really helped. And now I'm in a much better place where I'm able to try to enjoy life while all these horrible things are happening. Because if people in Gaza can go to the beach and try to have a nice day through all what they're going, me having a nice day isn't me forgetting them. It isn't me not caring about them. It's caring about myself. And I can't help other people if I'm not okay.
That 100%. That is what I was thinking, because it's this thing, it's this tricky thing that the news, I sound like a crazy person, but mainstream news does this. And by the way, I'm a big believer in Hanlon's razor. Hanlon's razor being never assume evil when stupidity will suffice to explain.
Okay.
I don't think there's a big evil news conspiracy. I think they're like, oh, when people freak out, they watch our stuff and we can sell them ad space.
That's what it is.
I honestly think that's all that's going on. And so, but the problem with that is that you're just carpet bombed with this stuff, and then you're stuck in this loop because we're conditioned to be like, don't you care? Don't you care? Like, that is a human value, is caring for other people. So then if you're like seeing this horrible story and you're not doing anything about it and you're not following anything, you're like, it gets to the point where you start to feel bad that you're having a good time, where it's like, this is an emergency. It's cognitive dissonance. I'm a good person. This is an emergency and people need help. I'm not doing anything. So I'm not a good person, or this is not an emergency. And you can't have both. But then you have to get to a point where you're like, where it's put your own oxygen mask on first, where it's like if I was in that situation, do what you can, but don't sit around having a shitty time and burning yourself out if it doesn't affect me. If feeling guilty doesn't help my situation, don't feel guilty.
And it's almost like they're outsourcing the guilt onto you.
Oh, 100%.
And like, it goes back to capitalism selling the ad space. Like you said, like it's a way to capture our emotions and our like nervous system so we can pay attention, so they can sell us an ad about, I don't know, like
whatever,
car insurance.
It doesn't even matter.
That goes back to capitalism,
yes.
you know?
Yeah.
And one thing I will say, it's like, you know, what you said, it's not on purpose. There is one thing I've noticed since the Gaza genocide is that the language they use, there's not been a single Palestinian on a news panel. That's a form of dehumanization. The words they used in describing Israelis are killed, but Palestinians are dead. Right? They don't call them Palestinian children. They call them under 18. Like mainstream media does have an agenda when it comes to Palestine.
Yeah.
That I want to
It's not agenda free.
Yes.
But I mean that specific part of just getting you like glued.
Yeah.
I think that's just cash. I don't think they care what the story is.
They don't.
They don't, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And there is that thing, it's a tricky wicket because I don't want to, I do, like you, I believe that people are way more able to influence things than we've been led to believe. But there is that thing of like, I will have times where you get burnt out, right? Because like I've donated a few times, but I'm not good for money. And then I'll just keep getting like, hey, could you do this? Could you fix this? Hey, can you donate to this? And I'm like, why are these emails going to billionaires?
Yes.
Like they could bang them, or like anybody with money.
Yes, I agree.
Yes. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's see if we can turn this around.
Okay.
I'm going to just shoot out some random facts because I don't have a proper format for this yet.
That's fine.
And we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Over the past 25 years, what percentage would you guess that the global homicide rate has fallen by?
Oh my God, it's fallen? It has? That's good.
I should have started with that first. That was great.
Wow. That's good news.
Wow, okay. I don't even know if we need the guess. What if you had to guess?
Well, let me ask you, what counts as global homicide?
See, I posted this once on a reel, and it was, holy shit, did I get, it wasn't that, I posted the violent crime rates in the United States have gone down since 1968. Oh, Nour.
What?
People thought I was some pro-Trump carrying both sides. I got someone who is a MAGA person saying, thanks for this. And I'm like, what are you thanking me for? It is just a statistic. And then someone was like, oh yeah, sure, Trump's manipulating the data and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, since 1968? Guys, the number of times I had to post and be like, this has nothing to do with Trump. I'm saying we as a species, since 1968, this is a sign that we've gotten less violent. So I don't know. But I would say I would have to double check the source. I should have had the source written down.
It's okay.
I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think it's one of those organizations that's like, oh, let's count these people, but not count these people type thing.
Well, so this is civilians, right? This isn't war, global homicide rate. This is civilians killing each other.
Probably, because it's a homicide.
Homicide is when, one person kills another.
Nailed it.
Usually it's the partner who kills their partner,
Often.
and more women are becoming gay. So I think maybe that's what it is. Less women are dating men, and so less men kill women. I think that's going back to this flag back here on the laptop.
You want to tell people for the
pride,
audio? Okay.
Pride and trans flag, which I love.
So do you have a number?
Do I have a number?
You don't have to guess. I can just tell you.
6.9%.
25%.
No.
25%. All right.
Okay.
Child mortality, under 5 child mortality in the past 20 years. Has it gone up or down?
Child mortality. Where is this? Is this in the developed world?
In the world.
In the entire world.
In the entire world.
Child mortality has
gone up or down?
Gone up or down? I mean, has it gone up?
I'm asking you. Do you think it's gone up or down?
I think it's gone down.
This is very fun. What percentage do you think it's gone down by?
5%.
It has gone down by 50% in the past 20 years.
Wow. That's
the
great.
Under 5 mortality.
Because of vaccines? Do you
that's
think?
Vaccines. That's resources for women.
Wow.
In the, I hate this term, developing world.
Yes.
It's been huge fucking progress that no one talks about.
Wow, that's amazing.
Again, past 20 years.
Wow.
Child labor, has it gone up or down?
Child labor has gone down?
Yes, by how much?
Child labor has gone down by 10%.
50% is the number.
That's great.
Isn't it?
Yes.
This is fun.
That's wonderful, Nile.
Oh, crap. I don't have a timeline for this. Damn it.
Oh.
I think this is since the 90s.
Oh.
This is since the 90s, I think. Extreme poverty.
Oh.
Has that rate gone up or down across the world?
I feel like it's gone up.
It has gone down.
Really?
It has gone down. Let me do some math. Okay. By what percentage points?
Extreme poverty. So it's good that it's gone down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, 10%?
It has dropped 40%.
Stop.
From 50% to 10%.
That's great.
Of the world's population.
Wow.
That's not nothing, man.
That is great.
That's like tens of millions of lives saved.
Yeah, that's true.
Literacy. Since the 1970s. Global literacy. They're gone up or down.
Wow.
At this point, I think you know what podcast you're on. Let's just move on.
It's gone up.
Yes. I hate math. How much do you think it's gone up in terms of percentage?
Global literacy.
And what percentage point would you put it at? Let's do that instead.
Oh, global literacy. Is it at 60%?
It was at 65% in the 70s. It is currently at 87%.
That's amazing.
Right?
Wow.
That's not nothing.
So it's only the men I date who don't know how to read.
Oh, we got to talk about that. You were telling me off mic. You got to tell me about this guy. Okay.
No.
This one you're not gonna like. Maybe we should skip it.
Tell me.
They've been doing a global poll since 2006.
Since 2006.
And it is a global poll. I didn't write down the countries, but it's not like we asked people in Norway and different kinds of white people. It's like a good spread. Mm-hmm. It's a Gallup poll. What percentage of people do you think said they felt safe?
Felt safe how?
Felt safe, like we feel safe now.
Oh. 90%.
Look at you learning the system at 73. You overshot it, you saucy minx.
Okay.
It's the highest rate since they started.
Wow.
And this is related. UNICEF says that a certain number of children fewer children are living in poverty since 2014.
That's great.
What number?
20%.
No, it has to be it's not a percentage, like a number.
Oh. 1 million.
That would be 95 million.
Oh.
Since 2014.
I really undershot it. You've confused me with all the numbers. Yes,
that was the plan.
I have a finance degree, but I haven't used math in a really long time.
I have a psych degree, and this is harder.
I feel like I've been hit in the head with a calculator.
How do you think I feel?
Yeah.
But 95 million fewer children since 2014.
That's great.
That's 12 years.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to spew these out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Since 2015, 961 million people have gained access to safe drinking water. 1.2 billion people have gained safe sanitation, and 1.5 billion have gained access to basic hygiene.
That's amazing. And not one of them was this one guy I went on a date with who had really bad BO. Oh my God.
I'm always impressed by people with bad BO, but not in a good way.
It's like, how?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you a story off mic. If I remember. Okay. In the past 10 years, what number of people have gained access to electricity?
10 million.
You're short.
10. There's not.
It's 292 million.
Wow. Can I stop guessing? I feel dumb.
Okay. You don't
Can
feel.
You just tell
no,
me?
but my point is this. Right? Like, and this goes back to news versus good news. You know about Gaza. You know about Ukraine. You know about like all of these things. We don't know about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This feels like a news story.
Yeah.
If, on the other hand, let me take a random thing. If the global homicide rate had gone up by 25%, you're hearing that story.
Yeah.
If 50% more kids were dying.
I see what you're saying. You're saying that the mainstream media and what we ingest on a daily basis is not letting us know the huge advancements we're making for humanity, which should make us feel a lot better. But the way we're programmed is not that. Like, even me, you telling me these facts, it's not affecting me the way all the negative stuff does.
And that is a physiological thing. This is I can't remember what the study was, but bad news sticks longer. So I can tell you that I think cancer rates or cancer mortality rates have dropped by 40% since the 1990s.
Wow.
But then I can tell you someone died of cancer last week, and that will, like, I can tell you about someone specifically who died, and that will stick more than the tens of millions of people.
Do you know why, though? Because statistics feel less personal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well then. No, I don't have a well then. I don't have a well then for this. There's just like a lot. We'll just I don't know if this is an interesting listen. Okay. But so for the first time in our species history, infectious diseases are no longer the dominant threat.
Wow, that's amazing. What is the dominant threat?
It's me.
Oh.
I don't know. That's a very good question. But just like...
Well, Ebola might be back.
Maybe. But tuberculosis, diarrhea, HIV, they're all down like 49% since 2010.
That's amazing.
That is, again, tens of millions of lives saved.
Yeah.
There's, in terms of food, we're looking at record levels of wheat, rice, soybean production, and all of this food. Did you know, this was my favorite, there's this, you should read Hannah Ritchie.
Okay.
Hannah Ritchie wrote 2 books, and it's basically, she's not a climate change denier, she's like a climate change nerd, and a statistician and a data nerd. But she's like, here's the full perspective so that you don't want to walk into a lake. Like, it's bad, but it's not over. And she crunched the numbers. If you took all of the calories that we produce daily.
Calories.
Okay. And you divided them equally amongst all human beings, what number of calories do you think each person would get?
1,500.
5,000.
Wow.
Right? So it's not a lack of food.
No, it's the system.
It's the system.
That throws out perfectly good food because someone didn't buy it.
Yes. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of like other facts that I could drop on you.
We don't need to live in this world, basically is what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is we're not living in this world. We're not living in this world. It's like the analogy I always come up with is like, if I were to just like report on sports the way news reports on news, I would sound like a lunatic, because all I'm telling you is about who missed which shot, who got injured, like what are they down by. You're not getting any of the idea of what's actually happening in the game.
You're not getting the yards that we're winning.
You're not getting the good stuff.
Yeah.
You're just getting the bad stuff.
Yeah.
That's
we're getting
not
the injuries. Okay.
That's exactly.
We're getting the concussions. We're getting the CTEs. We're not getting the touchdowns.
We're not getting the
We're
touchdowns.
not getting the touchdowns.
We're not getting the touchdowns is my point.
Yeah.
Anyways, I could go on, but it's just not an interesting listen. Because, again, like what you were talking about, it doesn't hit, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll tell you something and it's always like, oh. And that's always the normal human reaction to good news. But I'm trying to get it out so that there's a more complete view of the world.
Yeah. Maybe you could also do it on your Instagram page. That would be cool, where like you have the statistic and you have the thing and you do it in a way where like you can use Canva and you can make the slide in a way that's appealing. And that way you can get the good news out to people.
I'm trying. You
could have a character called Good News Nile.
I am that character.
You are? Good News
It's
Nile.
something I developed in my improv.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right. So has this affected you at all? Or are you still...
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to hear about all the positive strides we've made as a people.
You don't have to say to like humor me, by the way.
No. I was shocked when you said that global homicide rates were down. You know, also, you know, I think it is important. Like, I think you're kind of shocking people's systems with this news as well. It's like, or you're not just shocking them, you're showing them how biased their systems are.
Yeah, and sometimes I get like some weird pushback. Like, you've been cool. There are, because like a lot of the good news is so good that the reaction is often suspicion.
Yes.
And I mean aggressive suspicion. I was hanging out. Do you remember Christian Reimer?
No.
Oh, well, I feel bad that I'm name checking him, but he doesn't listen. It's fine. He's a comic. We were hanging out, me and him and someone else. We were shooting the shit, and I'm like, "Did you know that Ethiopia gets 100% of its energy from renewables?
Wow.
And they outlawed internal combustion engines?
Wow.
Yeah, because they were having like a pollution problem. They were like, "Yeah, fuck all this. We're done."
That's amazing.
And like, there are at least, I'm going to say at least 15, but probably more. I don't have the list off the top of my head. Nations that get 80% plus of their energy from renewables.
Wow.
So it's doable.
That's amazing.
And I think that's a very encouraging thing in that you see all of these nations, they've set the precedent. I feel like other nations will start to look at them and be like, well, they're saving a lot of money. And they're putting that back into their infrastructure, into like
that's incredible.
helping people.
Yeah.
So I think that bodes very well for the future. But his immediate reaction. So I'm like, do you guys know that Ethiopia gets 100% of its energy from renewables? And he goes, no. And I was like, oh. And I expected a follow-up because he said it in a way it's like, no, you're wrong.
Oh, he
and I was
didn't believe you.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? And he's like, no, that's not possible. And that is then I was telling someone else.
Yeah.
Because like I was at this dinner party and I was like, yeah, I have a good news podcast. And they were like, and it's this vibe. It's, you know what it is? It's I'm a comedian vibe. Tell us a joke. I'm like, oh, I have a good news podcast. Tell us a good news story. I'm like, okay. And I literally just had recorded one that day. And so I was like, oh, well, they have 2 different companies have discovered it's like a way of storing data on glass. So that is going to mean way less water consumption for all of these data storage companies. And the woman that I was talking to goes, oh, no, it doesn't sound real. And I was like, what? And she said it. No, she said it with so much authority. I literally Googled it. And reread the story that I knew to be true.
I guess people are skeptical because they've internalized a lot of the hopelessness infrastructure out in the world.
Yeah.
So the possibility of something new being so wonderful just feels, it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
That's
it's
what
the suspicion. It's very odd.
That's crazy.
Okay. Do you want to do a thing?
Yeah.
So there's this thing that I like to do called 25 seconds of good news.
Okay.
Can I borrow your phone?
Yeah.
Specifically a timer.
Yeah.
Can you set your timer to 25 seconds? So the thing that I do is I will. Thank you. So what I do is this going to go off? Will we be able to hear it? That's a part of it.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because my phone's on silent.
Let me see if I can. I'm going to set it for 2 seconds. No, that's very hot. Oh, it does. Good.
It does. Okay.
Great stuff. So, okay. So what I do is it's 25 seconds of good news. And what I try to do is I try to read as many good news headlines in 25 seconds as possible.
Okay.
And I will invite my guests when they are here to do the same.
Okay.
Paul has the record, which I log under protest. Because I think, anyways, the point is I had it set up on my computer. So I had to give him the computer. So I added, it was 27 seconds. Anyways, he got 7.
7. Okay.
7.
So you want
headlines.
me to read headlines?
You're going to read headlines as fast as you can out loud.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Okay.
Don't be.
Okay.
Is that good? Is that good?
Yeah. Do you want me to look at the camera?
You
while
can.
I do this?
Oh,
Okay.
that's a fun effect.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
No, well, you can't look at the camera. You're looking at the screen.
I guess
You gotta
I'll look
read
at the screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Go.
Scientists say the possibility of the Earth reaching the cataclysmic warming of 4 to 5 degrees by 2100 is no longer plausible. Researchers say Antarctic whale populations are rebounding. In 2025, renewables finally outpaced global electricity demand growth. Algeria became the latest nation to eliminate trachoma, the world's leading cause of infectious blindness. A new gene therapy for a rare gene mutation that causes blindness is restoring sight to children who suffer from this mutation. Renewables overtook gas at the U.S.'s leading source of electricity in March of 2026. Okay, he must have gotten less wordy news than I did. So many numbers. And I couldn't even say by 2100. I said 2100. My mind, you did this to me. Oh my God.
It is upsetting. It is. I've had times, I'm right there with you. I've had times where I've gotten 3.
Yeah.
And 3.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's upsetting. But that's good. How many did you get?
5.5.
You got 5.5.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
With 1 being none.
Yes.
And 10 being we're good, how much hope do you have for humanity?
Oh.
Has that changed at all? It's fine if it hasn't. You don't have to humor me. Just be honest. Be real.
No, I think it did. With you giving me all the facts, I think it's helped.
Okay. So 7.75.
I'll go Paul. I'll go 8 with Paul.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right then.
I'll go 8. You have moved the needle for me, actually.
You're not just humoring me.
No.
That's very cool.
I don't care if people like me or not anymore. I don't. So I'm being honest.
You have to start some sort of workshop for that because I need that in my life.
Oh, not caring if people like you?
I need to reach not give a shit because it's still there.
Really?
Yeah, it's still there.
Why?
I don't know. Conditioning?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still there. I don't want it to be.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to go into finance.
Yeah, that would help. It would help you in not caring about other people and climbing to the top. That's finance. Everyone's trying to get a promotion over each other.
But I feel like, okay, I wouldn't. We'll talk about this after. That's the show.
Oh.
Thank you so much for being on.
Oh my God, thank you for having me.
I think this has been very fun.
This was so much fun.
This was super fun.
It was.
Is there anything you want to plug to the good people?
Oh, please follow Comedians for Palestine on Instagram. We have monthly fundraisers where we raise money for the Gaza Soup Kitchen. And the next one is on June 6th.
June 6th.
Saturday, June 6th.
Okay.
We're already more than halfway sold out. So if you want to come get your ticket, yeah. Yes.
We're 75% sold out.
Yeah, we really are.
I'm trying to get the urgency.
Yeah, urgency. 25.
That's a finance
yeah.
thing, right?
Yes. Urgency.
Fantastic. And where can they find you?
At Nour Hadidi on Instagram.
All right.
Yeah.
And she has a Substack.
I have a Substack, nourhadidi.substack.com.
Awesome. That is the show. Please remember to rate and review, like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, that means I've figured out how to edit the thing, because I don't think the Paul episode's ever going up. I don't know how to fix it. I also have a Substack. It's substack.com/@totalnihilation. You can follow me at Nile Seguin on Instagram. You didn't know this?
I didn't. I'm sorry.
Oh,
what do you write about?
Some good news stuff, and then also a little critical media critical.
Love it. Okay.
That.
Okay. Nice.
Also, if you feel like supporting me, I have a Buy Me a Coffee page, which I might turn into a Patreon soon. Buymeacoffee.com/totalnihilation. Yes, that is it. That's the show. Again, thank you so much for listening. This has been Nour. Do you want to say something?
Yes, please give him coffee, money, whatever link, so that he doesn't become a notary.
That is fantastic. Guys, if you cannot be a shining example, be a terrifying warning. Let's get on 3. 1, 2, 3.